Welcome to Hockey Pucks and Marshmallows, where we talk about anything and everything. We know that life is messy, but beautiful.
Join us as we deep dive into the soft and sweet marshmallows of life, while we acknowledge the inevitable hockey pucks that hurt us, but don't break us.
I'm Savannah.
And I'm Melissa.
Welcome to the show. Hey guys, welcome to episode 5. It's been a while.
It's been a minute.
And we've had a lot happen. At least I have.
Yeah.
Same. In the last, 3 weeks? Has it been 3 weeks? Something like that?
Yeah.
My life's been a twisty, turny knob of... No, not a knob. Roller coaster is the word I'm looking for. You do twist a knob, but that's not what I'm thinking of in this moment.
You went to Hawaii.
Went to Hawaii. My mom broke her arm on the beach.
Oh, wow.
Day 1.
Oh my gosh.
I love her. And
that was the first day?
It was the first day.
Yeah.
It was our first day out exploring. She then had to come back and have surgery. It's been a chaotic time, which is why Melissa has been bearing with me.
No, I had laryngitis for
a week. Gosh, you're right.
So you got back. Then mom had her surgery, and then I couldn't speak.
Until today.
Oh, I still sound very, very masculine.
Just wait till she hits a high note, and the dogs can hear it. Callie just moved her ears. Yeah. Melissa's a dog named Callie, if you don't know that.
It's a little wild. So, all right, so we're back, and let's talk about, the episode today, we're going to be talking about pet peeves.
I'm excited about this topic.
Yeah. I haven't told you this yet, but I looked up the history of pet peeves.
Oh my gosh. Tell me more.
I'm really excited about it. But first, before we get into it, let's talk about, let's not share hockey pucks because this episode's going to be kind of negative. Okay. I mean, jokingly negative, but I feel like just marshmallows.
Okay.
So what's your marshmallow?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Marshmallow of the month at this
Marshmallow of the month at this point. I got a Peloton and I'm obsessed. I work out at least once a day, sometimes twice a day, just because I'm bored and it's in my house. And I'm like, let's work out. I love it. And then, I'm working out so much that I pulled a muscle walking on the regular street because I've been riding a bike so much.
She doesn't even know what it looks like to walk on land
I don't.
Land dwellers.
I don't, but it's fun.
Serfs out here.
My, brother-in-law and I are having a competition of, who does the most workouts now.
That's so fun.
We got money on the line. It's gonna be so fun.
There's money on the line now?
Yeah, there's money on the line. It's gonna be super fun.
That's so fun.
So I'm having a lot of fun.
I love that.
Yeah.
My marshmallow has been, honestly, I'm still kind of on cloud 9 about it. It happened at this point about a month ago. But I had an assignment for my 8th graders. They had to write a rap battle between Jefferson and Hamilton.
Yes.
In regards to the whiskey rebellion and the whiskey tax.
Imagine what gonna happen when they try to tax our whiskey.
Yeah.
We know what happens.
Yeah, I was pleasant. I knew they would do a good job, but I was pleasantly surprised. And it was so funny because throughout the time they were working on it, they're like, Miss Seeger, you gotta hear this. And I was like, no, hold on. I want to be surprised. If you have a question, I will answer the question. Other than that, don't share anything. I want to be surprised. I was floored. Floored.
Ooh.
Some of the kids edited their own music and put in little backgrounds, popping off like a Pop-Tart. In the background, the music's like, Pop-Tart.
Oh my goodness.
It was solid. And then I had
that.
some girls made powdered wigs out of toilet paper tubes to wear that the other kids loved and put on too. Another girl actually had a powdered wig that she got. And it was the burns that these kids came up with were toit.
I love
historically accurate, just ooh, colonial burn. It was so good. And it was so fun. I showed them off at open house and it was just it was so cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see any, by the way.
I'll show
it. I want to see all of them now.
I will ask my students if they'll let me show you some because they're legit quality.
I love that.
I might email some to Lin-Manuel Miranda and be like, hey, this is what my 8th graders did. You've inspired so many.
You have inspired
it was
so
cool.
many.
And I've been on cloud 9 ever since. It's just been super cool. So
I love that.
That's been my marshmallow. I love those kids.
That's so fun.
So shout out to my 8th graders because this is not why I shared this, but they're like, give us a shout out. I was like, oh gosh. So here it is. There you are. There you go, guys. But in general, it was a good time.
I feel like we have a lot of shout outs we need to do this week though.
Oh my gosh.
Guys, we have been looking at our analytics, which is weirdly addicting. I love looking at analytics.
Oh, I can't.
I think I'm just such a nerd. I want to stare at the numbers. I want to see how the numbers are changing. It's a problem that I have. But we have listeners all over the world at this point.
We are international, y'all,
and all over the country. So we're gonna give you a shout out if your country is if your state is listed. please comment below. We want to hear. And if we didn't say your name, please yell at us on Instagram. We are
Sorry.
very sorry. So most of our listeners are from California because that's where we're from. But we have Virginia family. We love them. Florida, North Carolina, Texas, Pennsylvania, Utah, DC,
Illinois. Wisconsin.
And yes, there was a Wisconsin, Georgia, Idaho, Washington, Colorado, New York, Arizona, and Tennessee.
You're the only 10 I see.
My second favorite state
And
pickup line.
Nostrovia. Shout out to our Russian
listener. Family. Nostrovia, you cheersing?
Yes, I am.
My family's Russian, so I have like bits and pieces of Russian. So the Russian that I know is Привет, меня зовут Savannah. And then I can say that's about it.
My name is Savannah.
Yes, the other word I know in Russian is sasulki, which is icicle. Don't ask why I know the word for icicle.
Did I ever tell you in first grade we got pulled out of class to take like Russian lessons?
What?
Yeah. So I don't know why. It was at MacArthur Elementary School. This was our thing in Long Beach. And we had to we learned like about like turnips. It's a big thing in Russia. And that's why the tops of their buildings look like a turnip. It's the shape of a turnip. And we learned how to count to 10. It's like adin, dva, tri, I don't know. Anyways.
That's fascinating.
I could say it, but I would butcher it really bad. But anyways, yeah.
I apologize if my Russian is terrible, guys. My family speaks Polish/Russian. Couldn't tell you which one's most of each language. We kind of just like
love it,
crisscross them, which they both have a lot of ski like in the words. So
yes, that's true.
They're pretty easy to cross.
Yep. And shout out to our followers on Instagram from Bangladesh,
woo,
the UK,
crazy,
Australia,
yes,
Canada.
We love Canada.
Holla!
First of all, guys, you should know how much we love Canada.
God bless Canada.
We watch way too many Canadian TV shows.
Oh my gosh,
that's an episode to go on a still standing.
That's an
road
episode
trip.
for another day.
I was watching it before you showed up tonight.
My grandparents are getting me Acorn TV for my birthday, so I can continue watching my Canadian TV shows. Yeah,
beautiful. Murdoch Mysteries. So many good ones.
Solid. Corner Gas. Just saying. Weirdest show ever and so funny. And then Nanoland, of course.
They're just all so good.
Yeah. So, all right, let's get into the pet peeves. A definition of a pet peeve is not just something that's annoying. It's like usually something that's minorly inconvenient or annoying, but like to you, it is beyond annoying. Like for everyone else, it's kind of like, take it or leave it. For you, it is extremely, it's like the worst thing that could happen. Super, super annoying.
I like that definition. Is that the actual definition?
Yeah. I mean, I've like riffed on it. I did my little remix of it, but yes, that's the definition. And so there are common pet peeves where it's like, well, some of them like
nails on a chalkboard.
Yes, it's annoying, but like a lot of people genuinely find it like excruciating.
Yeah.
So this is where the origin of pet peeves.
I'm stoked.
So to be peevish is like to be like ornery, like something that's annoying. Okay. That's from like the 1400s England. Okay. So Middle Ages. Okay. But during World War I, there was a comic strip by a man named, Frank King. And he did, fun fact, he's the author, or he was the author of Gasoline Alley, which is the second longest syndicated comic strip in the world.
What?
In America.
That's crazy.
And it's still in syndication.
Oh.
So by 2027, it will be the longest one if it's still going by then. But anyways, so he had like a little side project back during World War I called the Little Pet Peeve. And so it's like this little guy. So this one right here, is this your little pet peeve? I'll show it on Instagram, but like, is this your little pet peeve? And it's this lady dumping like clothing out the window, like clothing water,
like
wringing her clothes out and hitting some guy.
Oh,
and this other one is like, is this your little pet peeve to fumble around in the dark for an electric light and find that somebody has removed the bulb? Clearly, I've never been in that situation.
Problem now.
Right? Yeah.
Were people moving bulbs a lot back then?
It was World War I.
You're right.
Times were rough. I don't know.
My apologies. I should.
Yeah. So that's where pet peeve became like a thing to be like, oh, this is minorly annoying and inconvenient, and also like a little bit and very specific and frustrating. Yeah. So that is the history of pet peeves and where that kind of came from. So I'm super excited. So do you want to go first with your first pet peeve?
All right, guys. These are in no particular order because it's been a day. First and foremost, I cannot stand when there are only self-checkouts at a grocery store. I am not going to spend my time buying vegetables and then have to find the little picture or find whatever name you want to call it, because you know where the bell peppers are? Not with the word bell, they're with the word pepper. And that drives me nuts. And I already don't need an excuse not to eat more vegetables. Okay? Like
I'm already feeling this is going to turn into a Peter Griffin from Family Guy. Like, this really grinds my gears. This
I
whole
hate
episode.
that saying.
I know.
Stop, don't do that.
You know what else grinds my gears? All right, so I went to self-checkout today. I love self-checkout. It's a good time.
I don't mind self-checkout, but not in a grocery store.
Okay.
Like, anywhere else, it's pretty fast. Like, I
Yeah.
can get my, like, needs. But I was like, groceries, like, especially, like, fruits and vegetables.
I'm okay. I'm a visual, like, I'm a 5-year-old. Find me a picture of a banana, and I'm good. But then it's like, is it organic or not? And
Is
did I
it a
choose
yellow
the right
banana?
one?
Is it a Mexico banana? Is it a what's a place?
Plantain? A
Plantain?
plátano?
Yeah, like is it a one from Hawaii? Like I'm like,
No.
I don't know.
That's fair.
I don't know.
Meanwhile, there's people that know the PLU number by heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I want the workers who do know those numbers by
Yeah.
heart.
Yeah.
I want to stand in their line and they do the work for me.
I got you. All right, well, I'll go with my number. There's no particular order either. My first one would be also food related, I guess, smacking food when eating. That is the worst noise ever. I cannot handle it. A crunch is different. Like, I understand things are crunchy, but it's like the unnecessary, and even talking with your mouth full, that doesn't bother me. And you can chew with your mouth closed and smack. And you can chew with your mouth open and not smack. So the open closed doesn't, it's the moist gross. It doesn't bother me when Callie makes those noises and my dog makes those noises, but for some reason when a human does it, I can't handle it. It's wild. So
I get it. I honestly get it though.
Yeah. What's your next one?
My next one's, we'll talk about Langston next. I have what I would consider the best dog in the world. Others may disagree, but he's super kind and like very friendly with most people and most dogs. He's like one of the dogs that you can approach.
Yeah.
But please don't approach my dog, especially if I'm like training him. Like I am actively training him to be a therapy dog. Like he needs his like special training time. And the last thing I want is for you with your yappy little teeny tiny dog who is not trained to walk up to my dog in the middle of training and get Langston all kinds of distracted.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's just rude. Like I was like, if you want to approach my dog, like I'm totally fine with you doing that. Just ask, be like, hey, can we pet your dog? Of course, Langston would love that. But on the flip side, like we also have like family dogs, like my sister-in-law's dog, who is not approachable, but they think that she's cute and cuddly, and they come up and try and pet her, and she will bite. Like
yeah, people. I don't mess with dogs I don't know.
Don't mess with the dogs.
My number 2 is going to be sneezing more than 3 times in a short. Even if I do it, I'm like I'll be like, just stop. Just stop sneezing.
Or sneeze a harder sneeze.
Get it done. Leave the room. Like, I don't know what to do. And it drives me up the wall. And I have allergies and this happens. But I will get I will get angry if it's me and I can't stop sneezing. I'm like, don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Don't say bless you. It is so annoying to me.
You don't deserve to be blessed.
I don't know. I'm going to need an actual blessing from the Lord, not just like our word. Okay, what's your next one?
The next one, this happens to me constantly at work. When I am writing with a Sharpie and I need to like cross something out, and instead of crossing it out, it just starts erasing half of the letter that I'm writing.
Oh, yeah, or like when you're like darkening something, like you're coloring something in with the Sharpie in it. Yeah.
Just erases it. I'm like, the Sharpie's supposed to be unerasable.
Yeah.
And here it is literally erasing itself.
Yeah. Not on a paper, but like on a laminated paper usually, right? Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah. It's wild. Okay, my next one is going to be also something you hold in your hand. I'm just going to try to find a connection for everything you're saying. Forks and knives. Scraping on a plate.
That does drive me nuts.
Okay,
I actually know that. Yeah.
That literally, okay, so I went and got a massage the other day. This is related, I promise. I went and got a massage the other day, and then I went over to have dinner with some people, and the fork and the knife scraped on the plate. I'm like cringing right now. And I cringed so hard. It was funny. My brother and I both like physically were like, eh, and like cringed our necks. And I undid my massage. It was like,
you kinged it.
It was so bad. I was like, oh my gosh. It like hurt my traps. It hurt everything. But yeah, forks and knives on plates. I'm like, and I don't think there's any way to like necessarily completely avoid doing it. I don't think it's rude to do it. It's just like, yeah. I'll take nails on a chalkboard any day. I'll take rubbing styrofoam together any day.
Really?
But fork and knife on a plate, I'm done talking about it. It's already killing me. Go ahead.
I get it. I frustrate. I will also talk about cutlery.
Okay.
I have one about cutlery.
Yes.
I cannot handle when I am ordering a to-go food item and they don't give me cutlery. What do you think I'm gonna eat soup with my hands?
That's gonna be the California law that passed during COVID to prevent wasteful plastic products.
I just want to talk about the fact that I was like, is it being wasted if I'm using it?
Yeah.
And I was like, realistically, like, people are going to use the one that's in their hand. Most people would they'd rather opt in. Wait.
They'd rather opt out. Right. Yeah.
And
no,
I
I'm
was
with
like,
you.
just ask me if I want it instead of just not putting it in.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah, because a lot of people take it home, and it's to encourage people. Like, if you're gonna take your to-go food home, you might as well use your silverware at home. But part of the point is like, I don't want to dirty my dishes, or I'm eating it in the car or at work or whatever. So I don't.
And a lot of places
silverware.
are switching over to like the compostable kinds, anyways, like the ones that I made potato and like other products.
Yeah.
So why are we not even?
Another thing too, and I will say this because I used to be manager at BJ's. One of the things I was in charge of at one point was our paper cost and waste. And right now, restaurant companies, businesses in general, everything has gone up so high, and they can't keep raising their prices or they'll lose business. So the best thing to do is cut costs. So if those silverware is just going to get thrown away, they might as well save it and not throw it in. But I agree with you. You should ask like, hey, like put it in there, or like have it be the automatic, and then say, do you want to not use them, or like, do you not want silverware? So they give them the I agree. Yeah. Like, take care of the guests first, but also take care of the business, and that like give them an option. Like, hey, do you not need these? I don't know.
Or just like when you're handing me the thing, do you need silverware?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, ask me right then, because I'll be like, oh my goodness, thank you for reminding me. Yes, I need the silverware.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I agree.
I'm not gonna go to a park and eat soup with my hands. It's weird.
You gotta slurp that soup. Don't slurp it. No. All right, let's see. So you talked about to-go cutlery in a restaurant. Oh, here's my connection to a restaurant.
I love it.
Okay, so this is when I was a bartender, and it doesn't happen as much now, but when I was bartending, and it's busy, or anyone I'm serving too, but I feel like bartending was the most, because like there'd be like 30 guests watching me work. Mm-hmm. Like they're just sitting there watching me, when they're bored or whatever. Not all watching me, but whatever.
Like waiting for their drink.
And and I'm there, right?
There, yeah.
And they'd tell me to smile.
Oh my gosh.
I would lose my mind. And obviously I would smile for a second, but like, because I don't want to be a jerk, but also because they're also not trying to be a jerk either. But like, oh my gosh, do not tell me to smile. I have 1,000 billion things in my brain. I'm not mad. I'm just concentrating. Yeah. And I'm just like, just don't tell me to smile. Like, Yeah. But for the most part, it's coming from a good place in them, but it just was like, not the time. But yeah, it would drive me nuts. Or they would be like, you're so much prettier when you smile. Okay, well, that's not really necessary. Helpful, not helpful. You. Yeah.
So. Unnecessary comment. Technical foul.
Yeah.
Unnecessary comment.
I love it.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yours.
When I wasn't able to smile? In college, on the discussion boards on the internet. Like, they had the class, the website discussion boards.
Those will rob your smile.
They robbed my soul, if I'm being honest with you. Like, the last thing I want to do is have to come up with 250 words on this very dumb topic that I don't care about in general. And now I have to comment on whatever you said.
Yes.
I really liked the way that you said XYZ. Great job pointing out XYZ. Thank you so much for your thoughts on XYZ. I really think that you're such a smart learner, and I really love that you pointed this out on XYZ. Yeah. Guys, it broke me. It broke my soul.
Yeah.
I had no desire to continue on that.
It's rough.
There's a reason I haven't gone to grad school, and that is why. Discussion boards.
Yeah. Nothing has ever been solved on a discussion board.
No, legitimately.
I think things just get worse on discussion boards.
Accurate.
Oh, gosh. Okay, let's see. You said... Okay. This kind of has to do with a computer a little bit. All right.
I love that we're trying to do that.
I know, yeah. Okay. So when you're typing in your password on your TV, like for an app, like a streaming service on your TV, and you're typing in, or like you're looking something up on YouTube, and the keyboard is in alphabetical order.
Oh, no.
I cannot.
The Roku, it kills me.
It kills me.
It kills me.
Okay, yeah. Your Roku is the main one, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's vile.
Mm-hmm.
There
is a reason that QWERTY exists.
Yes.
And there's a reason it's been ingrained in our brains.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild. I'm like, sometimes I don't remember the password. Good. I just remember what it looks like, what the pattern looks like. So yeah, that one drives me nuts. That one really grinds my gears.
One of my biggest pet peeves is when people mispronounce words. The ones that get me are like, take it for granted. If
That's
we
not
are
a
not
that's not
in
mispronouncing something. That's using the idiom incorrectly.
I mean, yes, but technically they're mispronouncing the word granted.
No,
They're trying to
well,
say granted,
yeah,
which is a mispronunciation, although they're replacing it with a different word.
yeah,
Like, take it for granted? No.
yeah,
Library. There's 2 R's there. Library.
yeah.
Can't handle that one.
Valentine's Day.
Oh, it's an
Yeah,
there's an N in Valentine's.
yeah.
Saint Valentine would be very hurt by hearing
Remember
his
that one
name.
time that you didn't know how to pronounce the word skein?
I don't want to talk about it. I thought it was skein, and I'm gonna go with the spelling wise and grammatically it should be skein, but apparently it's skein.
Skein.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Rain, like a rain of like you're raining in the horse.
That one,
or the Lord our God reigns.
but that's an IEIGN.
Okay, but a reign of a horse is REIN.
Okay, I'll accept that one. But skein, like I hate that word.
That's fair. It's not English, so
there is no actual English words at this point. They're all mixtures of other languages.
Hot dog. Okay.
What?
It's American.
If you're wondering why Melissa just said hot dog, because apparently it's the most American word possible.
in nomenclature and culinarily.
That's
hot dog. I
not
wrote a paper
incorrect.
on it in college. How the hot dog represents the rise of big business in America.
You know what my sister does? Works for Johnsonville, where they make hot dogs.
There you go. Hot dog, hot diggity
I don't
dog.
think they have hot dogs. I think they make sausages.
Yeah, they're more broady.
Vienna sausages.
All right. Gosh. Okay, we've been talking about hot dogs and words. I'm like, okay, theme parks.
Perfect.
Line jumpers.
Oh,
get out.
Hold on. Just jumping the line or joining your family in line?
Both.
Okay.
Because everyone needs to wait their turn.
Okay.
Everyone paid the same price to get in. Like, you just don't go in a line until the whole party's there. I'm not going to seat you at a restaurant till almost your whole party's there, whatever. I just, like, there's too many people that lie, and I have been with people that lie, and it is, like, excruciating, and they're like, they lie and say, oh, my family's up there, and my family's up there, and then they're just cutting. So, I can't handle it. Mm-hmm. I cannot handle it. Like, stop. And I know there's, like, the occasional, like, the kid has to go potty, you got to get him out and then get back in. You shouldn't have to wait in line all over again because the kid had to go potty. I get that. Mm-hmm. So there's no, like, right answer here at all, I guess. There's no solution. But, like, have some flippin' integrity, people. Oh, like, I can't. Man. Yeah. Anyways, line jumping is like, oh, I just want to, like, stand my ground and not let you move. But then I always cave. I'm like, fine, whatever. But yeah, it's annoying.
You're just grumpy about it.
I am, because I'm like, dude,
ruin your day.
Well, because especially what's like, then we're getting pushed back. The more people that cut, and I've been in line when, like, multiple parties have, like, cut, and it just pushes us back further and further and further, and it's annoying. So yeah, not cool. All right, you got a connection for that one?
I do, actually, but I want to think about that for a second, because I just feel like it's not really pushing you back, because the line in front is still moving. So you're staying in the same spot. No,
one more person is essentially taking your spot.
Not necessarily, because again, the ride is still moving.
Right, but, like, I won't get on the next train because maybe I would have, but now I have to wait for another one.
If you were that close to the front of the line, don't let anyone in front of you.
No, I'm not. I would never know. I'm not that close. Right. Oh, for sure.
I was like, if you're sure. I would be the next person in line if you hadn't.
No, but eventually, the math would work out to where, like, okay, I would have been on 4 trains from now, but now I have to be on 5 trains from now because these people just jumped. Because usually a group of 2 or 3.
I want you to know that I 100% agree that I hate line jumpers. I think they're ridiculous. But also, like, I've been one of the ones that, like, something was happening over here and I had to catch up with my family in line. You know what I mean?
And that's where I'm like, it's not the worst. Like, I get that part. I do. It's the ones that lie. So I guess let me change my pet peeve.
Liars are the problem here.
Let me change my pet peeve. Liars.
Oh, liars are problem.
Those are my pet peeves. Lies are my pet peeve.
I feel like that's a valid one.
Yeah.
Valid.
But specifically when it comes to jumping the line,
I get it.
At a theme park that I've paid a lot of money to go to. So
I really do understand you. I want you to know that I was on your side on this.
I got you.
I just had to monkey wrench you a little bit.
Wrench that monkey. All right, go
So
for
I
it.
have a theme park one as well because this happens to me a lot. I absolutely lose my marbles at Disneyland or any theme park or anywhere in public with lots of people.
Yeah.
When my Achilles heel gets clipped by some giant stroller.
Or-
Okay,
or-
first of all,
Yeah.
if you have a triple stroller, you have no. If you have a triple stroller, you better be able to control that thing with the precision of threading a needle, okay?
Controller.
Because the minute that it hits my ankle, I'm gonna be mad. And if the next words out of your mouth aren't, oh my goodness, I am so sorry, you are on my
then we've crossed
dislike
into
list.
peeve territory.
Yes. And I don't dislike many people, but you are on my dislike list. Just say you're sorry. I won't be mad. I'll be like, I get it. I've driven a giant stroller. My sister has 3 kids. Like, it's rough to push a triple stroller.
But be aware of your surroundings.
Be aware of your surroundings. At Disneyland, at Disney World, I was teaching Madison and David spatial awareness. And if you ask them, they can still know this word.
My middle schoolers don't have spatial awareness. Some of them.
We were practicing the word. We kept saying it.
Yes.
And then they're like, what does that mean? And they say, I don't know. And I say, it means knowing where your body is and where other people's bodies are and how they shouldn't be anywhere near each other.
Okay, but that part of your brain hasn't developed at their age.
No, I know.
yet, so.
That's why we're learning it, we're repeating it, we're practicing it back, we're saying it over and over.
Theoretically.
So that theoretically,
yes,
they will eventually understand that their body should not be touching mine or anybody else's at any point.
Fair. Yeah.
Spatial awareness. Rough thing, but just be aware. I'm not mad. You hit me. It's fine. Just say you're sorry. We will move on.
Yeah, I get you. I mean, also to be fair, you got kids running around a theme park. Your mind's going 1,000 different directions.
Oh, I get it.
I may not notice everything too. Yeah.
That's also I really.
But it's annoying.
And I was like, if you hit me because you'll feel the stroller like jerk.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not mad. I get it. Say you're sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
So maybe my bigger pet peeve is people who don't say they're sorry when they should.
Oh, I feel it.
Look at us getting at our bigger issues. Michelle would be so proud of us.
I know. Oh, I love it. So this one has to do with people in public also.
I love it.
This is
I don't
know how the end is going to work with us connecting.
I don't know connect, but going to be rough.
Okay. When people watch videos or have loud phone calls in public.
I actually understand that.
Waiting in a waiting room and they're watching YouTube videos or like TikTok or Instagram Reels or having a loud phone conversation.
Yep.
Come on. Get some headphones. Or like watch it on mute like the rest of us and read the captions. I don't know.
This is an A&B conversation. I want to see my way out of it.
Yeah.
Like, please leave me out of your whatever's happening in your phone. I don't want to know.
Oh, sorry.
No.
I just remembered something.
Tell me more.
About the earliest pet peeves.
Tell me more.
Okay.
Tell me more.
With the talkies.
Okay.
So the silent movies.
Yeah, the silent movies. Yeah.
One of the first pet peeves that was like talked about that became like wildly known is when people would read the captions of the silent movies out loud in the theaters.
That would drive me insane.
Oh, same.
Because I read at a very fast pace and I would be so angry.
Yeah.
If you were 3 sentences behind me.
But yeah. So yeah.
I would have to process the screen, process my sentences, and process your sentences.
And then process your emotions.
Ugh.
That's a lot of processing. No, thank you.
Oh my god.
You need some extra RAM for that one.
Horrible.
So yeah, having loud phone conversations in public and also like watching videos in public is super annoying. Or listening to music. I don't know. It's annoying.
I get it.
So yeah.
Okay. I can do a phone one too, actually. This is great.
Love this.
A large portion of my job involves me on the phone with insurance companies and pharmacies and you name it. And every single one of them has an automated phone system. And I hear the thought process of, we want to narrow down who you need to talk to. But when I have to sit there and say representative, 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 representative 15 times to get a human, because none of the options you've given me are what I need.
Yeah.
I am going to blow a gasket, and then by the time I get to a representative, I'm not going to be very nice.
I'm frustrated, yeah.
And I literally one day was like, I was talking to my boss, and I was like, I was a little snappy with that one by the end, and she's like, it's okay, it happens to all of us. And I was like, I was 10 representatives deep at that point, and I was so angry by the time I got to a person, and then the person couldn't help me, and I got transferred to another person. I was just like,
yeah.
We could have done this 15 people ago.
Oh.
We could have done this 6 representatives ago.
Yeah, that is annoying.
I digress.
So I actually made this list before AT&T's internet went out and
Okay, I
service
heard
went out
about
yesterday.
this. Like,
It didn't
it
affect
was this
me.
morning, yeah.
And I have AT&T, which I don't know. But when my phone doesn't have internet, and I know 12-year-old me would have no idea what I'm even talking about right now. Like the technology that I'm complaining about to a 12-year-old me is like would be considered witchcraft. Like
yeah.
And I get it. I get that it's a miracle that we even have little devices in our pocket that have access to the internet. But it drives me nuts when I pay for data and I'm not attached to Wi-Fi, but like I have data, but like the internet won't load. Like, why is there no internet? I have data. What is the data for if I don't have internet? And this happened. Oh yeah, I don't know. And then I found out I wrote this list a while ago, and then found out that it actually went out. So it didn't affect me though the other day.
It was this morning.
Yesterday. Oh, it was this morning? I thought it was yesterday.
Similar to your hatred of when you don't have the internet, I hate when people don't know how to use the Google and establish what a plural versus a possessive word is, and they put an apostrophe in the wrong place. Now, I will give you
that was a
tricky one.
That was a stretch of a connection.
But did I connect it? Yes, I did. Thank you. You're welcome.
You could have Googled it to figure out what was
I could have Googled it to find out. Yeah. Okay, so like my thing is my problem is that like I'll give you the tricky ones. James.
Yes. Oh, I'd actually. Do you know that there's a new standard for where to put the apostrophe?
Don't tell me it's somewhere stupid, isn't it?
So like, if James has a ball, in the past it would be James apostrophe ball. It's James's ball, right? You would say James's. It's now appropriate and correct to do James James apostrophe s. That is the correct way to do it now. Look it up. It's wild.
I believe you. I
don't like it.
I don't like it, but I don't hate it either.
It also is spelled the way we say it. James
that's kind of the
we say like two S's.
Again, that's kind of a messy one. Like there are some weird that are obvious.
Yeah.
And there are some that are messy. And the very obvious ones, the Tuesdays.
Oh yeah. There's a sign at BJ's that said Pizookie Tuesdays, but it was Tuesday apostrophe S.
That doesn't even
get that sense. Comma to the top out of here.
That's God's comma.
That's God's comma. It does not belong here now. Not now.
Not now, not ever.
It's Melissa's Pizookie. Yes. But not, yeah. That was a wild one.
Anyways, apostrophes. The comma to the tops are tricky. I will give it to you.
Yeah.
However, use the Goog. Figure out where it goes.
Yeah. My next one has to do with something slanted. Like an apostrophe. And that would be windshield wipers.
This is perfect because it does connect to my last one.
Okay. So when windshield wipers are too aggressive for the situation, like it's sprinkling, I shouldn't see like a foo, 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 foo of windshield wipers. Like I will judge them and be like, are you scared? Like what is happening? I'm like, and this is so stupid. Like I realize that a lot of these things are like my problem. It's not other people's problem. Yeah. Your windshield wiper can go at whatever speed you want it to go. But for me, I am like, it's so weird. And I will like be very aware of the speed of my windshield wipers and be like, I don't want anyone else to judge me and be like, this girl's freaking out about the sprinkle here. It's like, and so it's so stupid. And again, my problem, not anyone else's. But yeah, yeah. Windshield wipers that are too aggressive for the situation.
My car's windshield wipers automatically adjust. Well, they turn on automatically if it rains.
Yeah.
But then as it gets harder, they will like automatically get faster.
Nice.
So I don't have to touch it. So the only time I'm messing with my windshield wipers is in the morning. I'm trying to get the fog off my window.
Yeah.
Aggressive.
And I do want an
fog
aggressive
removal.
Yes.
Yes. That's the appropriate aggressiveness is a fog removal.
Yes.
That's the level of appropriateness. So mine also has to do with the car, which is why this is perfect.
I love this. I have one more too, but it also has to do with the car.
Last one has to do with the car because I hate when I am sitting in turn lane and I can hear the of my blinker clicking. And the car in front of me is going I cannot process it appropriately. I am losing my mind. It is grinding my gears. It is the worst possible option because like I also hate when the car in front of me is off by the blinker. Like the blinker beat is just like the exact opposite.
Yeah.
I hate that too. But not nearly as much as that.
It's so funny. It's nothing anyone can control except the
yes, it
manufacturer
is.
of the blinker.
No. Because I learned from your cousin that
Is it when it's going out?
it's when the light's going out or there's something wrong with the blinker. Because it happened in my car when I backed into the tree.
Oh.
And messed up my back light. It does that to tell you that there's something wrong with your light. So I had to drive 3 hours home with the blinker that's the wrong speed.
Okay.
It was horrible.
Okay. But how sweet is it when the blinker, either yours or someone else's, fits to the rhythm of the song you are listening to?
That's beautiful.
That is
the
harmony.
skies opening.
Yes.
Heaven coming down.
Yes. In blinker form.
In blinker form.
Yes.
It's literally blinking its way down.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so mine is really selfish, this last one. It's so selfish. I even hate to admit it, but it angers me so much, and it shouldn't. So it's something that I've had to work on over my lifetime. But when I'm driving, so another driving one, I guess. When I'm driving with a friend or with people, and a good song comes on that I love,
okay,
and it gets talked through.
Oh no.
And
no.
Which is, and a lot of times the music is like my own music that I'm playing that I could replay on my own. That frankly, I probably played on my own on repeat before everyone got in the car.
Yeah.
But the second someone's in the car and they start talking over a good song, which like, I like my songs that I play, I'm like angry and I'm like, I don't want to talk right now. I want to listen to the music. And it's so stupid. Like, I totally understand. Like, people are more important, and I can listen to any of these songs at any point. Back in the day, I might have to wait for it to come back on the radio, or risk a virus downloading it on LimeWire or Kazaa.
LimeWire.
Or, but whatever. But like, or get a CD. But it's ridiculous how frustrating it is for me. And I have to work through it because people are always more important than the song. But
okay, but like, I hear you, because it drives me nuts when I'm like trying to show someone a song that I think they'll like.
Yes, and they talk through it.
And they either talk through it or they just like playing their phone the whole time. And I'm like,
I'm trying to share my soul with you.
I curated this playlist for you. I wanted you to hear this music. And you are not listening to my love language right now.
Yeah. Yep. Music.
Hurtful, frustrating. Yeah. I get it. Like, I get it though. You obviously don't care. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and you can't force someone to care.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you for joining us on this journey. That was not quite the twists and turns it could have been.
It was a good time.
But I feel like it was a good one.
Yeah.
And guys, I don't know what day you're going to hear this, but for us, tomorrow begins Girls Weekend, because Girls Trip, the most important part of our year. Not the most important part. Top 15 moments of our year.
Top 15. Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Top 12 at least. Maybe like once a month things.
Oh, it's making it in at least the top 100 for me.
There are at least 400 stars in our galaxy.
Maybe more. Who knows? No one knows.
No one's ever counted that high. If you don't know that quote, I'm so sorry. It's from Psych. It's a great one, and we quote it.
Another Canadian show. Well, not Canadian, but filmed in Canada. Yeah.
We watch that show like at least once a year.
That is a solid one. Show. Yeah, I had to take a break. I've been rewatching it.
I haven't watched it in a while, but it's perfection.
All right, pals. Well, let us know in the comments, what are your biggest pet peeves?
Yes.
Did any of them resonate with you?
We're gonna put like our top 4 up as an option for you guys to click on the biggest one, and like, please tell us what your pet peeves are, because
they're fun to share. Yeah.
And it's nice to know that I'm not the only one
who
can't handle when a blinker's going too quickly.
No, you're not. You're not.
Because it breaks me.
I mean, it doesn't break me, but the windshield wiper's going too quickly. That'll break me.
So what are you? What breaks you?
Human. Yes. Here's the question. What breaks you? Don't let those hockey pucks break you, friends.
Never.
And remember, people are always more important than annoying little things.
That's also true.
Yes. So this week, may you have more marshmallows than hockey pucks. Bye,
y'all.